Hey there YouTube, welcome back to this year's little Christmas haul, gaming related Christmas haul video. I've got a little pile of gaming stuff that I'd like to show you. One item that theoretically isn't really a Christmas present, but because it came on the 24th, I decided to just save it as a little extra gift for myself to open on Christmas Day. So I guess we'll start with that because it's not Napoleonic related. It's although you may have heard me talk about the game that it's related to. It's Core Space related, and if you've watched any of my few videos within my channel with either the original review of it, or when I finished painting the miniatures, or the few times when I've showed you games I was in the middle of playing, you know that it's one of my favourite board games. I'm absolutely in love with this game. It's absolutely amazing. I'd recommend it to anyone. This was one of 2 packs that came out this year that were completely unique. They were completely new. They probably had been talking about them, but for some reason I'd missed them. And when I saw them, I was completely taken by surprise. Of the 2 that were released, this was the one that I really kind of fell in love with. However, every time I decided to go buy it, it was out of stock. And normally it takes them a bit of time to get stuff back in stock because they basically have to come from China. And of course, this year being more or less a Corona year, stuff has been coming in, but it's been incredibly slow. I think I ordered this. I think I ordered it on like Black Friday. It was out of stock, but I ordered a few other things in the Black Friday sale, some scenery, and I decided to order this as well and get it on pre-order. And it finally ended up coming. Well, like I say, I actually received it on the 24th of December, so I actually decided to save it as a little extra Christmas present to open. Within it you get 6 new non-player characters. One of the cool unique things about Core Space is that you have these NPCs, these civilians going about their own business. You know, some are shop workers, some are engineers, some are scientists, etc, etc. Normally they end up being cannon fodder for the enemy, who don't really care whether it's a player character or a civilian, because they're pretty evil, the old Purge, the enemy. But this box is specifically 6 new non-player characters, but of course you always get the choice of being able to recruit them as well, because their gaming cards are reversible, so you have a civilian side and you have a player character side. You also get 66 new equipment tokens, so new weapons, new types of new sizes for ammo, new health injectors that are like half the size, so you can carry 2 in a pouch instead of 1. Little things you can use for objectives, so things like key cards and data pads, all very useful for when you create your own scenarios. And you also actually get 5 new actual classes that you can actually give to your crews if you wish. So we have like scientist, scavenger, operator, management and engineer. And of course also you get a mission booklet and rule booklet, and also 5 event cards which you can put into your event deck if you plan to use these guys within your game. So that is that. It comes in this really nice little small sized box. Everything's fitted in there. Like I say, the miniatures are actually resin and they're in multi-parts, so they're not going to fit back in this box when they're done, but it doesn't matter. I think it's a really nice little box, and it's I certainly have no trouble storing it away until I'm ready to actually do them. So that is a kind of unofficial Christmas present there. Next up, we're going to go for the couple of Napoleonic things that I got. These things, of course, were chosen by myself. So we've got two things from Perry's. We have a Royal Foot Artillery 9-pounder. I won't bother showing you that because you obviously know what they look like. This was obviously originally destined for my first Infantry Division's Division Artillery until I found out that the second battery was actually Royal Horse Artillery. So with a little bit of thinking back to my 3rd British Infantry Division, I remembered that my British have only got basically 2 batteries of cannon, one 9-pounders and one 6-pounder. So I needed to basically swap out that 6-pounder battery for another battery of 9-pounders because they actually have 2 batteries of 9-pounders. So I've had the first gun, and this is actually the second gun for that battery. So now I can actually complete that divisional artillery properly and have a spare 6-pounder for my British, because of course my British are incredibly low on artillery compared to the French. You seem to have batteries and batteries. Okay, secondly, we have this set. Now this set actually goes specifically alongside with the field ambulance. It's called the Surgeon's Wurstwagen, and I will actually show you this. It's basically a massive heap of metal. Again, it's a 4-horse affair, so you get your 2 riderless horses and your 2 horses with the riders for the actual cart itself. So here we go. I think these guys are the same as the ones you get in the field ambulance. I'm not 100% sure. I definitely recognise him. I'm not so sure about him. But again, I suppose it's not the best thing to have a rider sculpted on the horse, especially when they've got such annoying fine saddles. But I'm sure it's not going to be too bad, and at the end of the day, there's only 2 of them. So that's the horses out of the way. The cart itself is kind of based on an artillery caisson, and it just has this sort of seat attachment instead. And I'm not 100% sure if that part goes forward or that part goes back, but I'll just have to have a look at the reference pictures to be sure. But this basically sits on top of there, and the surgeons or the doctors or the pharmacists basically sit on this, and it wheels them around the battlefield to where they're needed, which is quite cool. Now you get loads of figures. You get, I think, 6 figures, or maybe even 7 figures. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 figures in fact. You get 3 guys sitting on the caisson itself, and of course you can make them whatever you wish. So you can make them doctors, surgeons or pharmacists just by changing the colour of their facing. And we have this chap here who is kind of got his hand out, and he actually goes with an orderly who is kind of reaching up to help him get down. So that's quite cool. You also get 2 more orderlies that are kind of standing around, but these guys are holding stretcher parts by the looks of it. And finally another 2 medical personnel on the ground, so again doctors or surgeons or whatever, of which one looks like he could be quite high ranked from his gold braid coming from his shoulder epaulette there. So yeah, a really nice set, and I think it'll make a great little diorama to go along with the field ambulance. And I'll have to kind of come up with some special rules to be able to use it on the battlefield. But yeah, I think it's a really nice set, and of course you can get the parts to actually complete the wagon and attach the horses, of which I'll have to figure out because I don't really know exactly what I'm doing when it comes to these bits here. So that is the Wurstwagen, and next up, there's my cat. I basically got a couple of the final part of this video. My best friend came round on well, not came round, but popped round and dropped off a sizable little medium-sized sack on the 23rd, and within that sack, when I opened it up on Christmas Day, there was a I'll show you the actual miniatures first. So basically, within that box was a Grebo Games Amazon Blood Bowl team, which is really cool. I really do love the look of these guys. I'm not going to show you them because they're multi-part, they're just in bits. You can hear them shaking around, but they're metal. They're really nice sculpts, and perhaps when I build them, I'll show you them then. Yeah, I was really surprised that he got me these, and apparently they literally came the morning of the 23rd. So it was they basically came about as late as they possibly could, because I think this company, you have to order them directly from Italy. So it's really lucky that they got here in time. But that took me completely by surprise. So I was really chuffed to have those guys. I have actually got the new Blood Bowl on order, but of course, in typical style, the item that I ordered along with it to try and get free postage, of course, ended up being out of stock. So I'm still waiting. Typical style. Lastly, he got me this book, which is amazing. It's a huge tome of a book. Now I don't actually remember mentioning to him that I was planning to start an English Civil War project, but obviously I must have, because he ended up surprising me again with this amazing book. It's a really beautiful book. It's obviously from Osprey by the looks of it. It's kind of it's got the classic ribbon for your chapters. It's basically like mostly like maps, battle maps and stuff, but it's also got the full history, and it's got this really nice appendix section at the back that basically tells you the army compositions for just about every battle that was fought during the actual the entire English Civil War, which is really handy, I would have thought, because it also gives you, of course, the who is in command of the regiments too, which would be a really handy resource. So yeah, this really amazing book, some great presents from my best buddy. So that is the end. I've done so many takes on this video, it's unbelievable. I actually I think I failed 3 times yesterday, kind of ran out of light. Started again today. This is like the 5th take today, and even though I recharged my video camera's battery, it's almost dead again, because I've been literally doing this for like almost 2 hours now. So that's the end. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll catch you all in the next video, which will probably be in the new year. So hope you guys all have a great New Year's end. I know that I'll be glad to see the end of this year because it's basically sucked. Yeah, catch you all next time. Bye bye.